gonna be like Meghan Markle's uncle's son, Johnny, didn't pay his bills. She doesn't even know him.
And they're with the children, right? So of course I turned to H, and H had said yes, but as an American, Pardon me?
Here we see Meghan's father posing for photo. You cut me again. Oh no, you have cut me.
Oh my god. Beyonce just texted me. I can't believe she knows who I am.
They're taking a sabbatical? From what? Helping their grandma pick out hats? Get the out of here, man. How are you gonna take a break from bring royalty? What are you doing? This is like the weirdest thing. Oh, just have to take a break. Too many people surfing us. That's too much.
Won't need these anymore. Can crowns go in the recycling bin?
It lands like a champagne cork, ricocheting off the palace walls. One tossed-off question about tossing a royal crown into the recycling bin suddenly ignites Hollywood's laugh track. The Sussex Fresh Start was meant to feel breezy and Californian, but every late-night comic in town senses something richer than incense. Pure, uncut irony. They pounce, weaving that recycling quip into highlight reels, looping it until even die-hard monarchists are doubled over in laughter. Gone are the marble corridors and footmen with silver trays, replaced by a fluorescent-lit kitchen where a confused printout blinks, unsure whether heirloom headgear belongs in aluminum or glass. The moment is so absurd and weirdly intimate that a hush sweeps across studio audiences right before the first savage punchline lands. Meanwhile, Meghan has already secured a job, reportedly working on a deal to record a voiceover for Disney. As Trevor reminds millions that Meghan has already hustled a Disney deal, the audience is reminded that no coronation carriage is needed. Just a quick chat with the Mouse's chief at a red carpet premiere. The monologue writers hiss while graphics teams flash cartoon meerkats bowing. The monarchy, once able to barter provinces and priceless art, now scrambles for SAG after day rates. This pivot is so jaw-dropping that late-night legends rush to grab the metaphorical mic before the credits roll. Harry tries to laugh off the absurdity of playing polo in his living room, but comedy's truth serum spares no one. In the City of Dreams, every top-shelf late show host sees a headline ripe for farce, and the delivery is merciless. The audience howls as Harry's stiff upper lip upbringing collides with California casual. The monarchy has officially fallen off, and the crowd erupts, half tourists and half talent agents. Centuries of crown jewels are reduced to a gig economy punchline, with burgundy for a dowry, now replaced by cartoon warthogs for paychecks. It is brutal, hilarious, and deeply addictive television. Harry admits he's pretty handy at collecting checks from the government, and the laugh track turns feral. Late-night pundits launch highlight montages showing him fumbling through unemployment forms, his once royal signature wobbling like a toddler's crayon scribble. Viewers across America nearly spit out their oat milk lattes as this relatability is weaponized. An aristocrat cozying up to bureaucracy, hoping it might provide the same monthly stipend Granny once did, becomes a spectacle that every comedy titan can smell a multi-segment feast from. If the Sussexes' new life starts with crown recycling and ends with a mouse-eared audition reel, what jaw-dropping twist lies just beyond the next punchline? The late-night vultures circle when Harry brags about piloting an Apache helicopter, a line that might read as heroics in royal memoirs, but detonates as pure absurdity on Hollywood soundstages. Imagine pitching that to HR at a strip mall job fair. Special skill, tank slayer. Studio audiences howl, and showrunners cue graphic overlays of cartoon Prince's dive-bombing minivans. The gulf between battlefield swagger and entry-level mundanity is a comedic canyon, and every punchline finds its echo inside. The job hunt saga dives deeper into lunacy when Harry struts down Hollywood Boulevard dressed as history's worst villain, mashed with a yellow anime rodent. By dawn, every monologue desk lamp flickers to life, scandal, satire, and disbelief swirling. Gifted writers cannot invent material this unhinged, so they merely replay the clip, crank the laugh track, and let the cringe breathe. Trevor splices in footage from the Lion King premiere, mugging as he reenacts Harry's sales pitch to the Disney boss. The crowd roars, and it becomes the ultimate spousal assist, yet it reeks of desperation big enough to perfume the entire Sunset Strip. Comedians Chris and Harry, the world's poshest talent agent, are willing to trade a ducat for a day's recording session in a padded booth. Nothing earns longer applause than the confession that His Royal Highness now draws unemployment, the words landing like a kettle drum. Hosts tilt their heads, eyes wide as if hearing an alien dialect. Viewers across late-night America spit iced matcha all over throw pillows, as the prince who once inspected regiments now queues for benefits behind skateboarders and aspiring screenwriters. Punchlines keep flying, and the audience is left in stitches. Hollywood practically short-circuits when producers gush about a beautiful young swan no one treats like the beautiful swan she is until season 2. The line flutters across late-night airwaves like confetti, and within hours every comic is pecking at it. They roll the clip, freeze on Meghan's triumphant grin, and ask whether the swan's agent also negotiated back-end points. Audiences howl, picturing storyboards where feathers double as metaphors for victimhood. It is pure catnip, a streaming pitch so syrupy that even soap opera writers blush. But the pitch session derails the instant Elton John blurts a pun that detonates across talk show monologues. Hosts mimic Elton clutching imaginary pearls while Meghan's eyes glaze over like iced pastries. The riff becomes an instant catchphrase trending on social media, stamped on novelty tees. Then Bernie Taupin storms off, declaring he will write the whole song with no K's in it. Nightly programs flash dictionary graphics showing that nearly every upbeat syllable in pop music relies on that consonant. They dare Bernie to rhyme swan with on for 4 straight minutes, then cut to archival footage of him banging a piano in frustration. The gag lands because it distills artistic pride into a playground squabble, except the sandbox is lined with platinum records and personalized champagne. The punchline nobody tops is Harry admitting he locked Bernie in the wine cellar until he wrote this song. Studio audiences gasp, then erupt, as hosts riff that detaining a legendary lyricist for creative ransom is either method producing or a felony. The imagery is so outrageous that even loyal fans wheeze through giggles as royal protocol meets rock and roll hostage crisis. Meghan brags about bonding with nameless everyday people like her makeup artist cousin, whom she nicknames D for decaf latte. Comics pounce, dubbing her the queen of first-name amnesia. One host proposes a plastic tiara labeled, "Hello, I'm someone," be required attire for any civilian entering Meghan's orbit. The disconnect is stark, as she preaches humility while forgetting the help's name. Meanwhile, Harry's own stab at humility crashes and burns as he confesses to flunking the basic drive-on-the-road rule while moonlighting for Uber Eats. Talk show graphics transform a royal crest into a delivery badge, then flash aerial shots of a scooter barreling down a Hollywood sidewalk. The Duke who once inspected Buckingham Gardens now battles traffic cones and lukewarm pad thai. Harry admits someone paid him $20 to stay out of a single picture, and comedians crown it the most lucrative Sussex gig yet. Anti-cameos sketch writers imagine a new side hustle where tourists tip royals to photobomb their rivals' selfies. Trevor stitches it all together, mimicking Harry begging tourists not to take his picture. The audience roars, as every thread from rescue hens to pay not to pose feels like a giant cosmic meme titled "When Privilege Cosplays Relatable." By the end of the segment, Meghan's chickens have clucked their last sympathy note, and Harry's rideshare dreams lie scattered with spilled Thai curry. As the roast simmers, all eyes pivot to the grand finale, where comedy titans will fuse Pecco cosplay, telepathic Beyoncé approvals, and a royal brand dangling by a frayed coronet thread. The explosive last laugh is moments away, igniting the moment Harry's voice echoes across every late-night stage. The Sussex brand enters pop culture mythology as the strangest crossover since peanut butter met caviar. Comics replay the clip until audiences weep, crowning it the supreme meme. Proof that when royal gravitas collides with Walk of Fame cosplay, absurdity wins by knockout. Meghan's Disney voiceover hustle is projected on jumbotrons like a Hollywood cautionary tale, as hosts mimic Harry, nudging the Mouse House Titan, pleading for a part in the kingdom of cartoon meerkats. The optics are priceless, as centuries of crown-forging lineage are distilled into a red carpet networking scramble. Trevor's killer line about the monarchy falling off returns for a victory lap, now laced with drum rolls and confetti cannons, painting the Sussex saga as a royal balloon slowly deflating over the Hollywood hills. Audiences chant along, waving cardboard crowns like rally signs, savoring the chant's rhythm as the downfall is stamped into comedy canon. Meghan tries a last-ditch save, insisting she is relatable, but the claim wilts faster than supermarket roses. Viewers roar as comics dub her queen of the humble brag, crystallizing the tension of two people chasing normalcy while surfing a tsunami of spotlight. The Angela Merkel come full circle, Oscar song blares, trumpeting an imaginary Academy win. The gag slams shut the Sussex Variety Hour with one last power chord, reminding everyone that in this story, even side characters steal the spotlight while the main act scrambles for script pages. In the end, there are 10 rounds of savage late-night haymakers, one runaway crown, and a brand identity that now wears more bandages than Buckingham's guardhouse. The question remains, are the Sussexes savvy pioneers rewriting fame, or the punchline that keeps on giving?